Hello and welcome. You're watching The Buck Stops Here and I'm Barkhadat. The big political story today, it's now an open war between Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi and the RSS. In the Supreme Court today, Rahul Gandhi, through his counsel and senior Congress leader Kapil Sibal, made it clear that he would not be apologizing or taking back his comments about the RSS when he said people from the RSS were responsible for the assassination of Mahatma Gandhi. Earlier, it appeared as if Rahul Gandhi was backtracking because Rahul Gandhi had informed the court that he did not mean to denounce an entire group but was talking only about certain individuals. However, withdrawing his special leave petition in the court today, Rahul Gandhi virtually dared the RSS and said he was ready to face trial. The BJP and the RSS are both hitting back, saying that Rahul Gandhi can't seem to make up his mind and he's been through a series of U-turns on his own comments. Later on the program, we'll be debating who's on the back foot. But first, let's get started with our newsmaker tonight. Here in the studio, talking exclusively on The Buck Stops Here, is Congress leader and senior counsel for Rahul Gandhi, Kapil Sibal. Let me take this straight to you, Mr. Sibal. Even I'm a bit confused. When I read what you said in your affidavit in the Mumbai High Court, which is then repeated by you in the Supreme Court, you say, and let me read this out to you.
Affidavits are not repeated.
Let me read this out to you. You said this in the Supreme Court. The petitioner Rahul Gandhi never accused the RSS as an institution for the crime. This is clear from my affidavit before the Bombay High Court. You today change your mind completely. What happened?
Barka, let me just clarify. It's not true at all. What happened was, what did I say in Bhiwandi? I said, RSS के लोगों ने गांधी जी को गोली मारी.
Yes.
अब वो गांधी जी की बात करते हैं. Have I ever, has Rahul Gandhi ever withdrawn that statement at any point in time since he made it? The answer is no. The court asked me, what have you said in your affidavit in the petition filed in the Bombay High Court? This line was taken from that affidavit, at which the court asked the other side, then why are you prosecuting this matter? They said they would take time, get instructions, and when it came today, I said to the court, I stand by what I said. I've always stood by what I said, and I will repeat what I said in the future.
But when you told the court that you did not mean that in your affidavit previously,
the court
you had argued.
No, the court read the affidavit and asked the other side. I never told the court that I am withdrawing or I'm changing my position. I never made a U-turn at any point in time.
But the court also spoke about giving the case what they called a decent burial. It said Rahul Gandhi could simply apologize. It even asked the lawyers for the other side whether they were satisfied with this explanation by Rahul Gandhi.
Why should Rahul Gandhi apologize on facts of history? Why should he apologize? Tushar Gandhi in his book in 2011 said this. He said what the Sanghis had failed to do for the past decade had been done by one of their cadre in the context of assassination of Gandhi. They did not file a defamation against Tushar Gandhi. Then it's not just Cornered Elst. The brother of Nathuram Godse, Gopal Godse, said that we four brothers were always in the RSS, continue to be in the RSS. Nathuram, only to save the RSS, to save Golwalkar, at that point in time said he was not, but he was always a part of the RSS. Did they file a case against Gopal Godse, defamation case against Gopal Godse? Shamsul Islam said the same thing. Harbhagwan Singh, who was an advocate general of the Haryana High Court, said that at that point in time, he was shocked to see RSS people distributing sweets at the assassination of Gandhi.
Now,
did they file a defamation against them?
There are two different aspects to this. One is the argument, was Nathuram Godse a member of the RSS at the time of the assassination? The RSS says no. Even historians
How can the RSS know?
Even historians like Ram Guha, and I have an article before me. In an article titled Golwalkar, the Guru of Hate, Ram Guha says, on January 30th, 1948, Mahatma Gandhi was murdered by Nathuram Godse. Though Godse was not a member of the RSS at the time of the murder, he had been one in the past. And then he goes on to say there were reports that in several places, RSS members celebrated by distributing sweets. But he does say he was not a member at the time of the assassination.
One second, Barka. How do you establish that he was not a member? Can anybody say?
There are historical accounts.
Can anybody say that he left membership of the RSS on such and such day? There is no register of membership of the RSS. RSS doesn't have a register. It's not an organization which is registered under any act. And in fact, RSS people themselves say once you're a member of the RSS, you can never leave it. You're always a member of the RSS. And if the brother says that he continued to be the member of the RSS.
No, how can
at
you
the
say
time
no one can leave? In Goa today, many people were threatening to leave because they changed the pracharak. I mean, it's not Hotel California that you know.
This is what they say. This is what the RSS people themselves say, that there is no system by which you leave the RSS. It's just a mindset. What is RSS? It's a mindset. It's an ideology.
It's also
a divisive group. It's a no. What's group? Group has to have some entity. RSS doesn't have an entity. It has to be registered under some society. It has to be a register of members. There is no such register. Then Mohan Bhagwat should tell us what was the number of the registration of Nathuram Godse when he was a member of the RSS, and when did he leave?
Now, there are two separate aspects to this, Mr. Sibal. One is whether Godse was a member at the time of the assassination.
Let's leave that.
The other is what appeared to be flip-flops by Rahul Gandhi, and you who has been appearing
the flip-flop?
As his representative. The flip-flop is the following. If Rahul Gandhi was ready to face trial and not apologize and not take back his statements, why did you just not say so in the court to begin with? Why did you say we are not denouncing the group, we're only denouncing an individual?
One second. The first day when the matter came up, the judge asked me, learned judge asked me, are you willing to apologize? I said, nothing doing.
Yes.
I stand by what I said.
Yes.
And I have never taken back that statement. What happened was, in a line in an affidavit, when they read it, they asked the other side. I never went back on it.
The Indian Express on the 25th of August reports you as having said in the Supreme Court, Kapil Sibal repeatedly referred to Rahul Gandhi's affidavit in which Rahul had said he blamed a person associated with the RSS,
that's the statement.
but did not denounce the entire
statement.
organization.
That's the statement. RSS ke logon ne Gandhi ji ko goli mari. Nothing more, nothing less. We stand by it. Always stood by it.
Does Rahul Gandhi denounce the organization or only Nathuram Godse?
Please let me, don't sort of
persuade
me.
I'm trying to understand.
You please understand only one fact of history.
Yeah.
That what Nathuram Godse, according to his brother, and incidentally Gopal Godse was convicted. Like, forget Nathuram Godse. Gopal Godse was convicted. He said he was a member of the RSS. Gopal Godse, who was convicted, said he was a member of the RSS. So, RSS ke logon ne Gandhi ji ko goli mari is a perfectly correct statement of history, of fact.
Do you denounce
So, therefore, where is the question? First of all, the RSS has to tell us, are they an organization? Under which statute are they registered?
Do you believe or do you accept that there has been a certain degree of ambiguity even in the statements of somebody like Sardar Patel? And I bring this out to you because I have 3 different letters written by Sardar Patel. One was written to Nehru in February, and this is very soon after the assassination.
February 2nd, 1948.
And he says the RSS was not involved. This is Sardar Patel. It was the fanatical wing of the Hindu Mahasabha directly under Savarkar that hatched the conspiracy. But later, writing to Shyama Prasad Mukherjee, he actually says, as a result of the activities of the RSS and the Hindu Mahasabha, particularly the former, an atmosphere was created in which such a ghastly tragedy became possible, right? Then he modifies this further and he talks about the service that RSS did to Hindu society. He accepts that there is some good to the RSS, and he ends by saying, and this is really interesting, I am thoroughly convinced that the RSS men can carry on their patriotic endeavor only by joining the Congress and not by keeping separate from us or by opposing us.
I think you are just widening the debate. We are on a very limited issue.
I'm just saying that there's been a degree of confusion on the RSS.
What limited issue? क्या RSS से लोगों ने गांधी जी को गोली मारी is the limited issue,
yeah.
Right? And if the brother himself says it and he has been convicted, I don't think we can go further, and we should go further. Number 2, the formal communique of the government of India dated February 2, 1948 says that people in the RSS were looting, were murdering, were indulging in arson, and then it goes on to say that in fact many innocent people were victims of this activity, and Mahatma Gandhi was the last such victim. It is part of a government communique.
Let me put it to you like this, Kapil. If you hypothetically or I break the law tomorrow, would I be able to say Mr. Sibal broke the law, or would I say the Congress broke the law? Would you say Barkha broke the law or NDTV broke the law? Now it would depend on the act.
That's exactly what I said. RSS ke logon ne Gandhi ji ko goli mari. Why are you trying to make me make a statement that I'm not going to make?
Because I'm not able to understand whether this is a denunciation of the group or Nathuram Godse.
Rahul Gandhi has made a statement. He stands by it. That's all. There's nothing more to it. And we are going to trial on it.
Okay, so explain the political logic of the trial, the decision to go, the decision to face trial.
I'll tell you.
You said today very dramatically that this is now a test of who's the real Hindu. What did you mean by that?
I mean, see, I'm a Hindu, but I don't belong to the RSS. Dalits are Hindus. They don't belong to the RSS. But the RSS wants that all Hindus must belong to the RSS. The question is, the fight is between an ideology that belongs to the RSS, and I believe a true Hindu would never have killed Mahatma Gandhi. So I believe, and the RSS must answer that, was Nathuram Godse a true Hindu?
So you are saying the RSS...
If they are distancing themselves from Nathuram Godse, then they must also say that a true Hindu could never have killed Mahatma Gandhi, and that Nathuram Godse was not a true Hindu. They must say that.
But are you saying Nathuram Godse is not a true Hindu, or are you saying the RSS members, none of them are true Hindus?
I am saying any person who killed Mahatma Gandhi cannot be a true Hindu.
That's Nathuram Godse.
And that's the fight between us and persons of a certain ideology. It's a fight between identity politics and insaniyat. That's what the fight is.
So you are saying the RSS ideology killed Mahatma Gandhi?
The people, RSS ke logon ne Gandhi ji ko goli mari. Nothing more, nothing less.
The political logic of facing trial. There seems to be a little bit of, you know, you won't like the comparison, but a little bit of Kejriwal in this decision. And I say this because I remember all those cases when Kejriwal was sued for defamation, let's say by Nitin Gadkari, and he said, no, I won't pay the bail bond, I'll just go to jail. That's the parallel I'm drawing here.
No, please don't draw that parallel.
Is there a sense here of seeking the theatrical moment, of wanting to remain in the headlines, of finding this one way of remaining in the headlines?
We want the RSS to come and tell us what the basis of their case for defamation is. We would like to know from the RSS, what is the RSS? Please tell us what organization it is, what is their membership, when did Nathuram Godse join the RSS, when did he leave the RSS, what do they think about the murder of Mahatma Gandhi, are they with Nathuram Godse, against Nathuram Godse? Now that the Prime Minister embraces Gandhi's politics, then are Dalits not Hindus? They are also Hindus. Why is this divisive mindset attacking even Hindus and what Hinduism stands for? And therefore, I say I am a Hindu, but I am not RSS, and the fight is between a true Hindu and the RSS. That's the fight.
I'm going to play out Rahul Gandhi's statement in a moment from now, that statement that's at the heart of this controversy.
Right.
But the RSS asks today, Kapil, if Rahul Gandhi is ready to face trial now, why did he not say the same 2 years ago when the case was first filed in
Because there was
Bhiwandi?
a petition pending in the Supreme Court on the constitutional validity of criminal defamation, section 499 of the Penal Code. And that decision was rendered just a few months ago. And therefore, everything was stayed. And these matters only came up after the Supreme Court upheld the constitutional validity of 499.
Okay, let's just listen
That's
to the statement.
reason.
Let's just listen to the very brief statement of Rahul Gandhi that started this entire storm.
यही इनका फैशन है। गांधी जी को मारा इन्होंने, आरएसएस के लोगों ने गांधी जी को गोली मारी, और आज उनके लोग गांधी जी की बात करते हैं।
Now, इन्होंने is a plural. So, obviously, he means people other than Nathuram Godse as well.
No, Gandhi ji ke, RSS ke logon ne.
Haan,
There are
that's
many.
a plural.
Nathuram Godse was not the only accused. There were other accused. They were convicted also. And in fact, there is a famous report of the I think it's one of the judges' report, which said that in fact even Savarkar, there was some evidence against Savarkar.
Well,
also.
Sardar Patel does mention Savarkar in his letter to Nehru, in his first letter to Nehru. But in that same letter, he says the RSS was not responsible. So we can't read those letters selectively.
No, but there is a whole inquiry report which in fact suggested the Sarkar, but somehow that evidence didn't come on record. But the fact of the matter is that Hindu Mahasabha, RSS members at that point in time, I mean, the facts of history are not just laid down by us, but by several authors.
But you're hedging your bets.
Malgaonkar has said the same thing.
You're hedging your answer on one question. And that question is, are you denouncing the RSS as a group or not?
I denounce the ideology of the RSS. I denounce the ideology that led to the murder of
That's a political denunciation.
But
but are you holding the group responsible for the assassination?
Please understand what I said. I said RSS के लोगों ने गांधी जी को गोली मारी. I don't know why you want me to say something more than
Because
that.
it's not a complete
No, that's
argument.
what the defamation is on that.
Because initially you argued in court that this is not a judgment on the entire RSS.
I didn't never
It's a
argue.
judgment
You are
on
saying
an-
argued.
Your
I am the-
affidavit.
I
Your
am-
affidavit.
My
argued.
affidavit was in the High Court at that point.
But that means that that's what you thought at that time.
There was a line in the affidavit, but that's not what my statement is. I stand by my statement. My affidavit is not my statement. You've heard the speech. It doesn't say any of that. I stand by my statement. I will continue to say what I have said. And I think the Congress party stands by Rahul Gandhi on that. Nothing wrong with that.
The court today declined your
And first
plea-
of all, RSS is, where is that organization? I'd like to know. Is it registered under the Societies Registration Act? Under what societies, under what act is it registered?
So
What
what
are you talking about
what are
an
you challenging
organization?
by asking that question?
There is no organization. It's just a medley of people who say they belong to this particular divisive ideology. They want to convert. Look at the way they are treating Dalits. Can a Hindu attack a Hindu like that? Are Dalits Hindus? Why are they attacking Hindus?
So is this a fight over Hinduism?
Yes, true. The true meaning of Hinduism. That's the fight. Hinduism is a way of life. And this is the degeneration of the way of life of a true Hindu. And what is happening in this country today, Mahesh Sharma says you should not go there wearing a skirt, you should not eat this, you should not dress like this. Is this Hinduism? Is this what this country stands for? That's the fight. Fight Barkha is not a litigation, we'll fight. But the true battle is what kind of mindset will be what is the idea of India? And what kind of mindset should we have to take this country forward? And if this is the kind of mindset that you beat up your own people who belong to your own community, you ostracize people, is this the mindset that will rule India?
Let me ask you in the end, you were denied exemption from appearance in court.
No, not denied. I never then asked for it. I said, you can give exception. He said, no. I said, fine, no issue. I didn't ask.
So Rahul Gandhi will appear in the court.
Absolutely will appear in court. Absolutely.
And there is no political calculation to this. There is no.
Where is the political?
There is no seizing
I'm
the theatre of the moment.
Let me be clear. The fight is political. The drama in the courtroom is a very small part of the larger fight between us and them.
And that fight is over who is the true Hindu.
That's right.
Dramatic words there.
What does Hinduism stand for? What is India? And what is the idea of India?
Kapil Sibal, thank you so much. That gives us a lot of food for thought, and I'm going to take your words straight to our panel. Thank you so much for joining us on the Buck Stops here.